Breaking inputs here that we're getting in with the CBSE now having filed its affidavit in Supreme Court, and this is in connection with the Pradyuman murder case. The CBSE has informed the Apex Court it has found serious lapses in administration as well as the management of the school. And some of these lapses that have been recorded by the CBSE fact-finding team, one of them being that there were no separate toilets for children and the school staff. The second, no ramp for differently abled children, which is now a compulsory, mandatory instruction to be followed in all buildings to have ramps for the differently abled. The third is what the CBSE has pointed out, that the CCTV not working at important spots. The fourth being the electrical panel had no covers. These are some glaring lapses of not just safety, security as well. We have with us our senior correspondent Meenakshi Banja getting us those inputs from outside the Apex Court here on the observations here that the CBSE's fact-finding team made, clearly establishing these lapses.
Well, Seher, absolutely. And, you know, this is a story which you have also been involved in for a considerable amount of time. And consistently, we have debated about these lapses, which today have found merit by way of affidavit by no less than the CBSE, which is endorsing Mirror's point of view. Mirror now consistently debating these aspects. Seher, you've been at the helm of bringing these facts to our viewers. And today, they have been reinforced by the CBSE, like you rightly pointed out, in an affidavit where the CBSE is sounding a very critical note about the role of the school administration in mismanaging and mishandling the affairs of the school, not just the school matters, but also the administration of the school. Remember, we're dealing with a situation which sees the influx of several kids during the course of the day, and to not have separate toilets for these kids and the other school staff is a glaring lapse.
So effectively what the CBSE is saying is to have the administration held accountable here and to have the management. But despite that, Meenakshi, what we've seen in this week, in the past few days, the Pintos are still free. They've been questioned, but they've not been nabbed. The police finding no reason, the CBI yet finding no reason to do that. And the acting principal of that school at that given point of time when the murder took place has been given administrative clearance by the school management and rehired as a teacher in another school.
Well, indeed, you know, those are big questions, and those are the pertinent points which are bringing such displeasure and grief to Pradyuman's family. Remember, nobody is as impacted in all this as the parents of the slaughtered child, and that's the reason we're seeing Pradyuman's family also move Supreme Court in a separate application where they're seeking this removal from protection of arrest, which in an interim order has been granted for now by the Punjab and Haryana High Court. And like you rightly pointed out, these are the lapses which makes the school management directly culpable, and clearly the Pintos are running away from the ends of justice. They have not been taken into custody for even a single day, and custodial interrogation in such matters assumes great import, Seher, because as Pradyuman's father is stating in his application before the Supreme Court, why he wants the Supreme Court's jurisdiction invoked is because he fears the wherewithal that the Pintos have could somehow be used to influence the investigation. The witnesses could be influenced, the evidence.
Technically also, Meenakshi, help us understand to what extent the findings of the CBSE fact-finding team that was sent across in the wake of the murder there, to what extent these findings can have an impact on the ongoing CBI investigations there?
You know, Sir, one, the Supreme Court is seized of the matter because the law is such that the procedure has to be given due diligence and it will take its time. But one thing that the CBSE affidavit has done is that it has added a lot of might to Pradyuman's father's arguments before the Supreme Court as to why the Pintos' protection from arrest should be withdrawn forthwith and they should be taken into custody. Back to you.
That's right. All of this that of course can be used in the argument on the case, Meenakshi, unfortunately increasingly they're coming to feel that this is a lone battle of sorts now that he himself has had to fight in court.